Hey, how's everyone? Going to perform a drain and fill for a 2000 Toyota Avalon. I already did it 4 times and this is my 5th time. So I'm going to show you guys how the fluid looks, from number 1 all the way to number 4. So this is number 1 right here. As you can see, it looks close like oil looking. It's not burnt, but it's like creamy. It's not, it doesn't really look good. Okay, this is the first time I did it. This is the second time. You can see the fluid. This one doesn't have no redness whatsoever. This one have a little bit redness to it. And this is the third time. You can see the redness over here. And this one right here is the 4th time. You can see it looks much better. And right here is the brand new fluid. So you guys can see this car got 35,000 miles on it. I bought it from an old lady. She's 86 years old, and she was not driving it much at all. So the car is excellent condition, nothing wrong with the vehicle. When I bought it, I just had changed the tires because the tires that she had there before, they was cracking. Okay, so to do this drain and fill, you need to get everything set up before you do the job, so it'll be easier on you. Okay, so I got the fluid. I usually take out 2.5 quart, so I got 3 quart right here. And I got the drain pan, got the funnel to put the fluid in. I have the torque wrench, and I have the Allen head size 10, and I have a pressure washer. I believe this is going to be the last time for me to do this fluid. I usually drive around 200-300 miles, 400 miles, from driving, from changing the fluid in the first time till I do it the second, third, and fourth, and so on. All right, guys, we're gonna jack the car up right now. Pop the hood of the vehicle. So now go ahead and raise it up. Pull the dipstick off and look at it, and you can see mine is close to the hot because the car is not 100% cold, but it is cold. But you can see sorry about that, point that. You can see the fluid doesn't look very bad. It's looking way better than the first time I changed it. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and drain the fluid. All right, guys, you're gonna go ahead and pull the dipstick off. I'm gonna go ahead and do it and show you guys. I don't know if you can see it. You can see the fluid. The fluid doesn't look bad. I mean, the car is not 100% cold yet, but look at this right here. That's the fluid. Doesn't look bad. It looks actually good. But now we're gonna go ahead and drain the fluid. I'm gonna drain the fluid. See, I pulled the dipstick off so that way the oil could drain better. We're gonna go ahead and pop the drain off, and going to show you guys how the fluid will be looking. All right, guys, I got my drain And got my drain bucket ready, and I have this one ready. Now I'm gonna go ahead and drain the fluid. Let's see how it looks. Mighty tight. Okay. See how the floor looking? It looks way better than it used to. Don't want to make a lot of mess. All right. You can see it. Nice and red now. That's the way I like it to look like. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and let it drain. After we let it drain, we're going to go ahead and measure it and see how much exactly we took off. And we're gonna put back exactly what we took off. Alright guys, coming back maybe in a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it drain. Alright guys, I believe it's done draining. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the drain plug in. I got the new gasket. New O-ring O-ring. Gonna go ahead and put it on, wipe it off, and going to measure the fluid also. I'll get just put this in here because if now you guys can see the fluid color. Quite impressed about the fluid color now. You'd be amazed about the fluid just sitting on the car for so many years and not been changed. Even if the car has not been driven, still, you know, the fluid still won't be looking good and will not be good for the vehicle. Just make sure you wipe it off real nice, so that way later on you can check your head and see. Alright guys, and I'm gonna go ahead and torque wrench it. Okay guys, I got my torque wrench ready. Go ahead and torque wrench it to 36 foot-pound. You could do it 34, 32, don't matter. You can snug it. Really will not hurt. Just make sure it's nice and snug. All right, you're ready to go. This off one more time. take the floor. You can see the floor is looking much better than it used to be. We're gonna take it inside right now and measure the fluid, how much we took out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and measure the fluid right now. No metal shaving, nothing, just the fluid. I'm gonna go ahead and check the fluid and this one when I fill it and drive it for 500 miles and see how the fluid looks. If the fluid doesn't look like I want it to look, nice and pink, probably would do this the 6th time, but not quite sure at this moment. Okay, now we're gonna see how much we took out. Okay, you can see we took out 2 and almost 2.5 quart. Okay, I'm gonna point this camera right here. You can see the fluid is right there. Right there. So almost 2.5 quart, not quite. I'm gonna go ahead now and drain it into the clear, to this one. I don't know if you guys could tell a difference between the fluid, but I know I could tell a difference. But still, the fluid still doesn't look 100% good. That's the fluid. This guys, and watch this one. This number 4, number 4, number 5. You see, fluid look much better, but that's a lot of fluid to be changing. But you know what? Even though you went through all this process, change it 5 times, and it will still be cheaper than doing it at the dealership. Look, this fluid right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can see how the 5 looks, and this is the brand new fluid. Now we're gonna go ahead and put some fluid in the car. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put the fluid on. Make sure you put this nice and slow. guys, that's how the floor color looks. But I'm at the hot position, right at the hot position. Look, hope you can see it. I'm right here. You can see it from the other side. I'll try to do it one more time, see if I got all the floor exactly. See you guys? And we good to go.